Hello, Shredders. Last week I shared the story of how I moved to Bentonville to live out my mountain biking dream life. We left off with me arriving in Bentonville, and now I'd like to tell you what I've been up to since my arrival this last November. I was blessed with a warm welcome by the most solid friends I can ask for. They were there for me as soon as I arrived and made me feel like family. When I got myself into sticky situations, they were there to help me get back up, while also saying things like,
"Congrats, bud, you didn't die."
For the first several weekends after my move, I had different friends from Texas come up to visit.
How you doing, Coop?
It was nice to share my new adventures with familiar faces. Plus, they never came empty-handed. Being from Texas, I'm not used to real winters, and that was the only thing I was dreading about my move north. It started getting colder and colder, to the point where I didn't want to leave my apartment. I'm glad there were those few times where Pablo convinced me to go out and ride with him. The ending of winter came with a tragic loss, and I flew back to Houston for a visit much sooner than expected to celebrate the life of Brad Joyner. The spirit of cycling will forever be entangled with the spirit of Brad. The man was truly loved. Once it started warming up a bit, I was able to ride my bike more and more. Living so close to downtown, I'm a bike ride within reach of all the best restaurants. I added a few upgrades to my bike during this time. Some functional and some purely cosmetic. I even tried an e-bike out on the back 40, and it opened my eyes to the benefits they provide. I'm friends with the guy that I rented the e-bike from, but if he wasn't a friend, I'd still recommend him. The link is in the description below. I got my schedule changed at work, which opened me up to more riding throughout the week. It got to the point where I would try different routes to connect different trails and see what I liked the most. The more I rode, the longer and further I was able to ride. I started meeting the local riders who share the same passion. There just happens to be a lot of shredders in this town. It's almost like I found that one tribe I was always a part of and recently reunited with. With all the extra riding and mileage I was getting in each week, the rate of my progression started to match. And pretty soon, I was tackling the scariest features regularly. Now that I have you caught up, let me tell you what I'm up to now. It's a Saturday morning and I'm up early to meet my friends who are racing in the Rule of 3 race. The Rule of 3 race is a 100-mile race on tarmac, gravel, and single track. To anyone else, this is another long-distance bike race to challenge your grit. But to this group of friends, the Rule of 3 race is the last race Brad Joyner signed up for and didn't live long enough to start. Brad signed up a team of 3. Himself, Hayden, who has raced it before, and Elliot, who had no say in the matter. Scott will be racing in place of Brad, but Brad's spirit will definitely be out there with them.
There he is. Dude, I had no idea where I was going.
Yeah, I was trying to I couldn't remember the names of any of the trail systems.
Dude, I went looking for the castle and I like,
My bad.
all good, dude. I saw all the bikes coming this way. I was like, this is where they gotta be going. I'll see you guys in like a couple hours.
Yeah. 8-ish. Did you find Julie and Heather and them when they get back here for the finish line? They're tracking us on Live 360.
Okay, I'll be here
Awesome.
for sure.
Have a fun day today.
Dude, you have a fun day today.
I don't think we
Seriously.
Portal resolution, let's go!
Woo!
You just missed them.
I was with them over there.
Okay.
Mom told him 8 hours.
I told the guy to do it in 8 hours. We'll see. And he said that was ambitious.
That is ambitious.
No, I don't think it's
Did they bring any
ambitious.
energy drinks?
Yeah.
Oh, actually.
I rode my bike back into town to meet the Joyner gang for breakfast. And after breakfast, I decided to stop by Fat Tire and test ride a gravel bike.
I'm gonna run the fast one first, and then okay, and then I'll see what everything looks like. I appreciate you.
My buddy Brian, who is in town to work Bike Fest, called me to meet him at Huntley. By the time I got there, he was pretty much done riding. I had to get a few runs in since I made the drive.
Alan just messaged me. He's at the Oven and Tap. I don't know where that is.
You want to go over there?
You want to go?
I definitely need to hit air raid before we go.
Send it.
After lunch, we did a little bit more riding through Slaughter Pen while I was waiting for the guys to finish their race.
All right, this is where we split.
All right, buddy.
Even if it's for a bite to eat or something, let me know.
All right, man.
All right, man. Later.
I definitely wasn't expecting that to happen. Sometimes it's the dumbest things that cause me to crash. When I got back to the Rule of 3 finish line, I saw what they had in place as the last obstacle of the race, and it was a blast to watch. I ended up being a little early, and knowing that I was at the bottom of the hand-cut hollow hub, I decided to climb up for a few extra laps.
I love the puppies. These grounds? No, I think it's actually at Kohler. Send it!
It didn't work. You all right?
let's finish together.
Did it work for somebody else? Did Scott eat it?
He didn't make the money off.
The guys looked tired and beat up. I know what drove them to push themselves for that 100 miles on that day, and that chokes me up a bit.
Team last?
I think so. I really think so.
You guys did it!
Come here, buddy. Good job, bro. How do you feel? Really fantastic. Really fantastic.
Was it awful?
It was pretty bad, dude. What's up, bro? Dude. Good job, man.
I'm training from now on.
I'm doing it next year.
I gotta eat my burrito.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, I have.
Good job, bro.
So good on this podium. I'm gonna eat food and go to sleep with my little baby dog.
The next morning, I reached out to Brian to see what his riding plans were, and he told me that he was headed out for a cold plunge, so I decided to tag along. I always hear those health experts of this podcast generation speaking about the benefits, so I thought I would give it a try. It's my first time. It was definitely cold, and I was shivering pretty hard. But once I dried up, I felt like $1 million for the rest of the morning. I decided that I wanted to spend my Sunday at Kohler, so I reached out to my new local friends and made plans to meet up and session all the good stuff.
We're riding like rock solid. I better put my patch guard back on.
I even threw out my chest today. We'll see how long I can wear it. Go to the cafe, then let's take the hard way to the cafe, and then we'll get water there.
That's perfect. I'd actually prefer that.
Yeah.
Hard way to cafe is my favorite.
Yeah, let's-
Open that indoor park, I'll give it to you, man.
Let's get that indoor park started ourselves, bro.
Yes, I like where your energy's at.
Bro, let's do that ourselves. I want that indoor park, bro.
You know they're building a new skate park too.
Yeah, dude, we're
I
at
didn't
a
hear
warehouse
that.
and they sick, dude. I'm excited just to kind of like venture out into more biking.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I know. Bikes on bikes on bikes. You cannot go wrong with it.
Bikes on bikes on bikes, bro. I like that.
I really wanted to work on cease and desist a bit. It's the last line I have to clean up before I can say I'm clearing everything at Kohler. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with that speed that's required, and I'm starting to trust that the lips are always going to feel the same way. We decided to go over to the other side of Kohler, and again we took hard way to cafe to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna try to clear to the rocks and just barely miss the bridge, but I really.
You sent it, dude.
Oh, appreciate it.
That was impressive.
A little
Did
more
you get it on
smooth.
camera?
Oh no, I got
That's
it.
what
the
we
last
just
time.
said. We didn't get it. I was like, oh,
My storage
no.
ran out.
Later on, Nick went back and got his video. A few laps on Thunderdome, and I was definitely ready to call it a day. I'm really excited about Bike Fest this weekend. It'll be my first one. I'll have plenty of opportunity to gather content for my next video. Plus, I'll be racing in the Enduro. To end my day, I needed to refuel, and I was craving a juicy burger from Tuscan Trotter, followed by some dessert from Trash Creamery. A special thank you to my new friends, Ryan, who went out of his way to help me with branding for my channel, and West, who is helping me print stickers. Thank you both for being so generous and welcoming. This video, and heck, every other video that I make about mountain biking, is dedicated to the life and legacy of Brad Joyner. For this channel, my goal is to continue to tell my mountain biking story, one experience at a time, and to share some sick edits of all the great trails Bentonville has to offer, along with all the other destinations I aim to visit. This is a whole new experience for me, and I would really appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. Comments are welcome, and hoping that you keep them positive. And remember guys, be chill and stay shredding.